you got a bae? Or no, you tryna date? Or no? J's on my feet, you know. J's on my feet, you know. J's on my feet.
Yes, a 98. What'd you get, Derek? A 99.
Ha 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 ha. You mad or not?
Do you think that shit's fucking funny? Watches this bullshit. God.
And we'll never be loyal.
You can call my grandma.
Maybe.
Can't hurt no one now.
Ow! Ow! What is that?
Worthless. Whatever you're going through, you can get through it, I promise.
Vine was a social media app that was around for 4 years in the mid-2010s and was the last good thing to ever exist. Its only type of post, a 6.5-second looping video clip, made vistas captivating, songs hypnotizing, and most importantly, punchlines expedient. There was no time for filler, no time for awkward pauses where there should be an edit. It spawned countless iconic clips and memes that have survived in the public consciousness to this day. But Vine's Popular Now page was notorious for being all of the worst content on the platform. Just the same 20 or so people making the same relatable observations and obnoxious joke formats, collabing with and reposting each other to ensure they always had the most views. That page launched the careers of a lot of my least favorite creators currently online, including Jake and Logan Paul, who it's easy to forget got their start making Vines in rural Ohio back before they could even afford shirts. Not everyone who found success on that app was horrible, but my specific obsession during its heyday was with hate watching those damn hot white boys. I don't like the new Vine app because now when you stay up late watching Viners that you hate, it still contributes to their popularity, so I gotta find a better hobby. I remember certain Vines dropping like Normandy.
You're not that grumpy. You smile. I've seen you smile. You got a really nice smile. See? Smile. Look at that smile. Beautiful.
I'm Aquana, I like caramel. Rhonda, and my boobies is big. I'm Daquan, I like weaves. I'm Shaniqua, and I like babies. Tasha, and I got a big booty.
The ratchet stuff was absolutely out of control. We'll get to that later. I could not stop watching these guys for reasons beyond my 20-year-old comprehension. What better place to start than Nash Grier, whose soulful baby blues made him for a time the most followed user on the platform. Nash's content was unmissable if you spent any time on Vine, poking fun at everything from me before school to me after school. Nash was also big for engineering some cute vines with his cute little half-sister.
Why are these ladies doing the duck face? Selfie? No, stop it.
Skylin, we don't co-opt misogyny as a way of finding acceptance from the white male hegemony. To your room, now! Nash himself had his fair share of controversies, but I have no interest in putting tweens on blast for what the circumstances of their upbringing have taught them is worth putting out there for their 8 followers. But on the other hand, come on, what am I supposed to do with that one? He's grown up into something of a wife guy who really loves his wife a lot, but if we learned anything from that try guy, that means he's actually a mistress guy. And that's our business. Guy. He and his wife are now raising 4 kids, and since his little sister has grown up from horse girl into horse woman, it's an ingenious way to form a replenishable resource of cute kids. But in truth, he seems like he's grown a lot. Seems to put a lot of passion into his occasional, loving family vlogs. It's really nice to see. Unlike Lance 210. Lance 210 was less of a hot comedy boy, more of a vile comedy man, but definitely someone I obsessively hate watched. He had the most obnoxious screaming, the most offensive derivative jokes, and easily the most mean-spirited pranks. A great prank makes the impractical joker the butt of the joke, with the impractical jokey providing the authentic reaction, and getting a sense of relief and a fun story to tell when the curtain is inevitably lifted. Everyone wins. Pranks were huge on Vine, but what Vine pranksters did should not even be considered pranks. They're more like vignettes designed to make people mad. For instance, Lance was big on pranks like screaming at his grandma, or making the person in the restroom stall next to him think that they were being pissed or shat on. I don't think he's sharing a laugh with that guy, shaking his hand when they meet by the sink. I think that dude is carrying a lower base level of trust in his fellow man for the rest of his life after this. And maybe they were in on it, staged like so many pranks are. But the fact that I thought it was real really says a lot about our society. As I did my research here, I let myself hope that Lance was on a journey of growth like Nash, figuring out a more wholesome path to joy. But Here's him throwing fake poop at his grandma like a month ago. He's now doing clickbait vlogs, YouTube prank shorts, which are like Vines but longer and taller, and very sad videos where people I have no reason to assume are his friends compete for not very much money. Kind of a Mr. Least. Jake and Logan Paul were also big on the public pranks, including this one lifted directly from Jackass. And not to mention Marcus Johns, whose unhinged screaming pranks led historians to believe he may have been the first guy ever to become Joker-fied. What even was there to become Joker-fied about in 2014? That U2 album appearing on your phone? Songs of Innocence. Ooh, pencil guy. I'm a pencil guy. Rye Dune is perhaps the best person to sum up every shitty Vine trend I would groan at. He's got the bad pranks, he's got the dressing up as a girl, he's got the screaming punchlines.
Better be happy.
He's got the relatable, he's got the being racist. It's really incredible how he hit every trope. And actually, here's how he did it. After every collab with another Viner, he would open their head up like Sylar from Heroes and eat their brains to gain their sense of humor. And that's libel. Boris Larson was the visionary director behind one of Vine's most iconic cringe clips.
I just stole a kiss. What are you going to do about it?
He was also a forerunner of the massive, I think I'm good at flirting, but I'm actually bad genre of Vines. Hot people got a lot of mileage out of that. And like every fourth guy you used to know, he's inexplicably beefed out now. But there was one hot Vine boy who stood above the rest, who if he hadn't been on the Popular Now page in a while, I would search out and rewatch his same Vines that I supposedly hated. His name was Weekly Chris. Discovering Weekly Chris, or Christian Collins, was the first time I noticed that if you're famous online, your sibling can automatically decide they're famous too. There's a Cody Johns, a Hayes Grier, and an Aaron Paul, just to name a few. Weekly's brother and collaborator, and I do mean in the war criminal sense, is Crawford Collins. Damn! He's crazy! The best part of birthday cards was the money inside. I actually relate to that a lot. I like spending it on goods and services. Weekly Chris's content was built completely around cuteness, doing raps and dares and I'm actually not even hot comedy, as if he wasn't chiseled by the gods, as if I wouldn't fucking murder him for his jawline. And that's a threat. To me, Chris was the peak of what I classified as handsomeness as content. His material was weak, it put an emphasis on being hot first, everything else second. Even the, oh, me actually ugly stuff just made him more relatable and attractive to his fan base. But what a petty, lame category that was for me to create. There was a clear distinction between his doing of something and my doing of nothing, and one of us was pathetic. And it wasn't the one I thought it was. And to what degree was I watching because he was hot, or at least interesting looking? Beautiful people are engaging to look at. That's the way of the world. And investigating the trajectory of his life since then, I'm still fascinated by him. So the way he tells it, he bought his dream house off those Vines, but found himself really depressed, caught up in the toxic cycles of making content 24/7. In an effort for a fresh start, he got rid of all his money, moving back into his parents' house and sleeping in his childhood bedroom. He deleted 100 million views worth of videos, 10 years of content off his YouTube channel. And it worked. He started to feel better. Then, at the end of his social media journey, he found love with someone on the start of hers, who taught him that there's a healthy way to do social media, that the attention and success aren't inherently bad. There's a mindful way to go about it. I'm with that. And now he's making a little content again, shooting cute, wholesome vlogs with his girlfriend and using his older, wiser, enlightened worldview to promote a mindset of wealth and abundance?
So we know our thoughts shape our reality. And so we created this song to assist in you manifesting wealth in your life.
Money flows in so easily, cash coming in abundantly. They say it don't grow on trees, but that's not true for me.
Do I need to point out what's wrong with that? Look at this next one.
I am a wealth magnet.
It's all rigged on my behalf.
What am I listening to? There are more important things in life than money. You're supposed to be in love, you dumb son of a bitch. Find peace with the people around you. You know, you already had money, and it didn't work, you mother... What is that? Fucker, I was gonna say. Are there a bunch of rowdy boys in my house?
Class, open to page 243.
I've got the power.
selfie.
One day you.
I do not have the money for a ghost to be breaking my CDs! Hey Manson, I'm ready to hear more about that sponsorship opportunity you were talking about.
Oh, great. Yeah. Dude, I'm super excited about it. So it's called dumbass.org, all right? So basically what you do, you read a bunch of long, wordy research papers, way above your level. Total waste of time. You don't get anything from it. It's a place where dumbasses stay dumbasses. Because that's the way we like you.
There's nothing wrong with being a dumbass, but I guess I just don't see the vision of that.
Fine. I knew you wouldn't get it. Why don't you just go advertise Brilliant like everyone else?
What's Brilliant? That sounds kind of interesting. Give me a second here.
No, you don't have to look that. You don't have to look that up. Anton, you did it again. Why don't you just log on to dumbass.org and go meet like-minded dumbasses?
Hi, are you not handsome enough to be famous automatically? Do you need or want to have skills instead? Boy, do I have a website for you. Brilliant is an online STEM learning platform with a focus on interactivity. I've talked before on this channel about being told that I'm dumb by school, the primary societal metric we have to judge whether or not I'm dumb. But if that's the only system of education we have, we're depriving me and the millions of people like me of the joy of learning. As someone who really needed school to be set up differently to succeed, Brilliant's principles for learning are truly a breath of fresh air. A focus on keeping lessons exciting, relevant, and non-judgmental is exactly the type of education I feel at home in. Less finger pointing and shame around failure. More finding out what actually gets me to understand the things I'm being taught. With my Brilliant account, I can work towards my lifelong goal of learning computer programming because I've always dreamed of making video games. Or more importantly, take a course on casino betting so that I can take Discord poker with my friends just astronomically too seriously. You can use my link in the description, brilliant.org/LeoVader, and the first 200 to sign up get 20% off an annual premium subscription. Brilliant. Make learning not be so bad anymore today. Do they have like a language course maybe? Those Popular Now boys were obviously not for me. I was intercepting their transmission intended for teenage girls who their content was genuinely important to. It's like I was crashing some random funeral and going, I don't even care this guy's dead. So why did it feel so personal? It could have been because I was something of a Viner myself. My only Vine that ever blew up that you may have seen in a compilation at some point is the Buns Vine. Look at the buns on that guy.
This is the comedy police. The joke's too funny.
I'm not going back to jail! It's been lip-synced, animated, and reposted countless times, always without credit. Here it is as a YouTube short by XXTheKiller164 with the description, "This is from my Instagram." Oh, word? We made the Vine in 2013, but it didn't take off until my friend Kyle posted it on Twitter in 2016, on the day Vine was being shut down. So I never got one precious dollop of clout off it. And so, my entire Vine career was in obscurity, just goofing around, making stuff for the fun of it. And yeah, sure, I was probably checking the notifications every day to see if any blew up, because I'm praying every single one would blow up. Come on, this could be the one. Yeah, sue me, you know, take me away. But that's the easy connection, right? I was making content I thought was good for single-digit likes, and watching these hot boys making content I just knew was bad for unfathomable wealth and brand deals. I wanted that teen roast money. Destin Conrad's here. I'm destined to kick your ass. Selfie C's here. The only selfie I see is one of the many I post. And admitting I might have cared about it in that jealous way makes me feel like such an asshole. Caring so much about feeling superior over those teens that were just having fun. And not just that, having fun in a way that clearly was translating to millions of people. I tried to flex my superiority by parodying the trends at the time, like the bizarrely popular one where you interact with song lyrics out of context.
Katie, what part of the lawn do you want me to cut? That is the whole lawn!
Hey, Katy Perry, what'd you think of the Holocaust?
Other trends included the Don't Judge Me challenge, where you draw on your face like Raggedy Ann and then go, surprise, I was hot the whole time. It taught me a valuable lesson about how we shouldn't judge hot people just because they drew on their face like Raggedy Ann. There was making fun of how your mom is and how girls are. There was white people be like, and of course, black people be like. And yeah, the whole ratchet thing was out of control in these white boy spaces. I don't know why white boys thought they were allowed to do that one, but it was 2016. We could not have known that you weren't supposed to be racist. Jokes are hard to do in 6 seconds, so it makes some sense to set up your clip in a context that the viewer already understands. And failing that, you can just yell at the end. Because popular Vines were less about the content and more about how it's delivered. Loudly, goofily, hotly, stupidly, by an idiot. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. Hate watching these Vines tapped into a kind of bullying instinct, which is not automatically bad. Watching lame videos with friends can be fun and fulfilling. You each get a crack in, you make each other laugh, and the creator never knows it happened. There's value in all that. But watching them alone in addicting 6-second servings for hours of my day, what a sad waste of time. Did I really need to devote my life force to Brent fucking Rivera? Well, now he's interesting. On Vine, he did your usual relatable funnies, but his career has now shifted into being a kid-focused YouTuber.
Everyone knows that McDonald's Sprite tastes way better than just ordinary Sprite. The plan, get a job at McDonald's in order to infiltrate the secret information. Subscribe if you think McDonald's Sprite is the best.
It is so odd to me that any fucker on YouTube can award themselves the responsibility of children's entertainer. The self-appointed new Mr. Rogers, but instead of King Friday, it's that feel when it's Friday. And here's something weird. He hangs out with Nick Cannon, and they do pranks together? And his name is never in the titles or anything, he's just part of the crew and pops up sometimes? The CCO of Radio Shack, that's weird, right? But regardless, Brent is pulling in millions of views on this stuff. Millions. This is a huge force in kids' entertainment. His videos are not... I'm sorry, is that the sink? You got it, eh? Or not. Okay, let's think about this. Who might have dealt with this before? Who can I call? Oh, duh. Nathan Zed. He had that Nash Grier response video when he was like 6 years old, obviously. Nathan, what's up, man? Hey, love that new video.
Oh yeah? What was it about?
I don't remember.
Nice, you did watch it. Thanks, man.
Oh, okay, lucky break. Hey, listen, you were all in on Vine, right?
Yeah, for sure. I loved how Vines were so short you could watch them while driving. Well, the judge didn't think so, but...
And you spent a lot of time hate watching those Popular Now boys?
Bro, of course. That Boris Larson dude stole a kiss from me. Had to get it back.
Cool. Well, when you were sitting on that app just watching garbage, did you ever notice any, like, strange phenomena in your house? Any supernatural kind of entities? Maybe like a ghoul?
Oh, you're being haunted by the relatable man? Why didn't you just say so?
Is that what he's called? The relatable man?
Yeah, white boy doing Vine stuff. Gonna kill you if you don't stop hate watching.
He is?
Yeah, he was after me for a bit after that Nash Grier response video. Wandering around my house talking about, dead people be like, when Bay says the Lord has forsaken you. Crazy stuff.
How did you get rid of him?
Honestly, it's really easy. You gotta just stop watching videos that piss you off. And what's great is that works 100% of the time for absolutely everyone.
Wow, man, that is such a relief.
Yeah, happy to help. Listen though, I gotta go. I got a big lonely drive ahead of me and I gotta download some Netflix. That show, The Watcher, it's about to be me.
Honestly, I'm not really comfortable with you saying that. Oh, he's hung up already. All right, easy peasy. I just stopped watching.
Alright, so right now I'm here with Nick. Alright, so Nick, my friend Dom looks up to you a lot. Me? Yes. Yeah. And so he's never met you yet. So I think it would be fun if basically the first time you guys meet, you are a complete a-hole.
A-hole. I know how to do that. I can do that.
Typical, like,
Hollywood. I'm ready to torture him.
Yes.
Oh, got it.
And on top of that, we made it seem like Nick was on a tight time crunch. So it didn't help that Dom overslept and was 30 minutes late for the clip. Dom, have you met Nick yet?
I haven't. Nice to meet you.
Nice to actually meet you.
What you doing?
Just like YouTube and stuff, and same kind of thing as us.
You're not as popular as them, though.
Yeah. It's
my girlfriend Sophie's house.
Yeah, Sophie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Leeching off the girl.